पादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Then pranams to everyone. So, was I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Pranams,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
pranams.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, so while singing also there was no problem. It was fine.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji. Today it's all good.
All right. So last time we did the first paragraph of Guru Vandana, and today we are going to start with the second paragraph. So I'll do the recitation first, and then we'll go ahead. What we can do is I can explain the second and third paragraph both, and then we can take both of them in the class together. Okay, the second paragraph is Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. श्री गुरु चरणी रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा. श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा. Okay, so we can read the meanings and the translation first. Okay, Deepa Mataji, you can read the word meanings.
Yes, Mataji.
And the translation.
Guru Mukha Padma, the lotus mouth of the spiritual master. Vakya, the words. Chitete, with your heart. Koribo Aikya, I will make one. Or anything else. Na, do not. Koriho Mane, consider in the mind. Asha, desires. Shri Guru Charane, to the lotus feet of the spiritual master. Rati, attachment. Aid this, say that. Uttamagati, ultimate goal. Ye prasade, by which mercy. Pure, fulfills. Sarva Asha, all desires. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, would you like to go ahead with the translation?
Yes, Mataji. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we can just look at the meaning of this verse. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Nanak Pranam. Please mute yourselves. Hare Krishna. Okay, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya, which means that the instructions that are coming from the mouth, lotus mouth of Sri Guru, these are the lotus-like instructions. So many times in scriptures we find that this example of a lotus flower is given. So it's a very deep example. Like we discussed in the earlier class also, that the lotus, it always stays, it grows in the mud, but it is untouched by the mud. So similarly, the instructions of Sri Guru are such that they have the power that they can actually uplift us from the mire of this material existence, from the dirt of this material existence. We can be uplifted. And there's another thing about the lotus, and which is that the lotus petals, if you put water on the lotus petals, so it's going to be untouched by that water because it has got a wax-like protective covering on it. So similarly, the instructions are like our shield, protection shield of the disciple. It keeps us protected from the troubles and the tribulations of the material world. Then Hare Krishna Mataji, second paragraph, you have to show me. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aikya. Chitete Koriya Aikya means we have to make our desires and the desires of the Guru one in our heart. So Aikya means like we have to embed those desires in our heart. We have to plant those desires in our heart. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. So this is like Manaha Shiksha. we are actually training the mind. Like Arana Kariho Mane Asha, please, O mind, you should not have any other desires other than the desire to please Guru, other than the desires to follow his instructions. Then Shri Guru Charane Rati, Ei Se Uttamagati. Now, we may have other desires also, but what is going to be the result of those desires? For one, we can actually go ahead with those desires and we can see what's going to be the result. So it is going to be, actually, it is going to be frustration. So that is the verdict of the scriptures, and that is also the verdict of the acharyas. Srila Prabhupada, he used to say that this, material life, and he's comparing the material life and the spiritual life. So he says the spiritual life is difficult, but material life is impossible. So it's that kind of a vicious struggle that we are all, caught in. So how can we get out of here? So by developing rati, rati is a very strong word for attachment. So if we have that kind of attachment for the instructions of Sri Guru, then aise uttama gati, we are going to obtain the highest destination. Uttama gati means the highest destination. So the power of the instructions of Sri Guru is such that it can actually free us from the clutches of Maya, and take us to the supreme abode of the spiritual world, which is Sachidananda. Okay, Jay Prasade Pure Sarva Asha, and then by actually serving the instructions of Sri Guru, by his mercy, we will be able to fulfill all our desires. It says Jay Prasade Pure Sarva Asha, but we have to understand what Sarva Asha means over here. So Sarva Asha actually means the spiritual desires, not the material desires. Because why not the material desires? Because material desires are going to actually perpetuate our suffering and our stay in this material world. So they are not required. And the spiritual desires are what we should be nourishing in our heart, so that we can actually free ourselves from this material tabernacle and attain Krishna. Say Aise Uttamagati. So there is a nice example which is about the escape velocity. Like whenever they have to the missiles, they have to send the missiles, so the missile has to break through the gravitational pull of the earth, and only then it can actually go into space. So what happens is that there is a certain velocity, a certain speed, which is called the escape velocity. So that's the minimum. So it has to be higher than that. Only then it is going to be able to actually defeat the gravitational pull of the earth and go. So similarly, Maya is also actually, it's very intensely, it is pulling the jiva down in the material world, and it is very difficult for a jiva to actually free. So this happens only by the grace of the instructions of Sri Guru. So that's the escape velocity when we talk of connected to spiritual life. Okay, so the third one also I will explain, and then we will do both the paragraphs. Okay, Chakshu Dana Dilo Jai Janme Janme Prabhu Se. So it says here, what is the gift that Sri Guru gives us? It is Chakshudan. So Chakshudan is actually the eyes of knowledge. It is very, very, very difficult actually, because we are conditioned and we are there in this world. It is very difficult to come to this realization that there is something wrong over here. We don't belong to this place, and we actually are part and parcel of Krishna, and the supreme goal of every jiva is to go back home, back to Godhead, and the place I am. So it is very difficult to understand and perceive these things. Hare Krishna, please mute. So yeah, it's very difficult to understand and perceive these things. So what happens is Guru, he gives Chakshudan. He gives us those eyes of knowledge with which we can actually see, yes, who am I? Where am I? Where am I supposed to go? What's the meaning of life? So all these things can only be understood by those special eyes of knowledge that Guru is giving. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita, and by the mercy of Guru, actually this Divya Gyan, it gets illuminated in our heart. And another further, it's explained that Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate. So as they say also that love is the highest motivating force in the world. So there are so many levels. Out of fear we may do something, out of want of some fruit, some greed, we may do something, out of duty we may do something. But above all these levels is the level of love. So if we reach that level of love, and if we love God, so it's a very stable platform. We don't really have to struggle at that platform, and things things just happen, and automatically we are going to be progressing spiritually if we attain that level. Of course, that's not the level of a sadhaka, but that is how we are, that is what we should be striving for. It says prema bhakti jaha hoite. So with the help of prema bhakti, we will actually be able to defeat this ignorance that is there in our minds and in this material world. And Vede Gai Jahara Charita. So the scriptures are also singing the glories of Shri Guru. Yeah. So we have to do the word meanings and the translation of the third paragraph. So Shanti Mataji, please read the word meanings and the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Chakshudan, the gift of transcendental vision, Dilo A, who has given, Janme Janme, birth after birth, Prabhu say, he is my Lord, Divya Gyan, divine knowledge, Hriday, in the heart, Prakashito, is revealed, Prema Bhakti, loving devotional service, Yaha Hoite, by which Avidya, ignorance, Vinasha Yete, is destroyed, Vede, in the Vedic scriptures, Ge is sung, Yahara Charito, whose character.
Okay, Mataji, please read the translation also.
Yeah, Mataji, me only, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So these Vaishnav songs, they are filled with meaning and philosophy. And when we sing these songs, it is very important to understand the meaning behind these songs, because otherwise it is going to be, if we sing it without meaning, then it will become mundane sense gratification. But if we sing with meaning, understanding the meaning and trying to apply that in our lives, then it is going to please Krishna, it is going to please ourselves also. Like they say that pleasure and self-satisfaction, these are byproducts of bhakti. So if we are doing bhakti in the proper way, so naturally anand is going to come. But if we just target sense gratification or enjoyment as the main focus and not understanding the meaning behind it, so then it's a different track. So we don't in that case spiritual advancement becomes difficult. Okay, so now we'll go ahead with the tune also. Second paragraph first. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kuriya Kya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Kuriya Kya Arna Kori Ho Mani Asha Arna Kori Ho Mani Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Yei Se Uttamagati श्री गुरु चरणे रति ये से उत्तमागति जे प्रसादे पुरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसादे पुरे सर्व आशा. Okay, so we'll do this paragraph first and then the third paragraph because the tune will change over there. Okay, Shanti Mataji, you want to try?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Kuriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Kuriya Aikya. Arna Kori Ho Mane Asha. Arna Kori Ho Mane आशा. श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति. श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति. जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा. जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, very nice, Mataji. Hare Bol. Okay, Vijay Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Kuriya Aikya. Arna Kori Bo Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati.
Jai Prasadi.
Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Okay, Monica Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Koriyo Vikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Koriyo Vikya. Arna Koriyo Mani Asha. Arna Koriyo Mani Asha. Shri Guru Charana Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charane Rati यही से उत्तम गति. जे प्रसादे पूरी सर्व आशा. जे प्रसादे पूरी सर्व आशा. हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Okay, Deepa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandapranam. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Kuriya Aikya. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Kuriya Aikya. Arna Koriyo Mane Asha. Arna Koriyo Mane आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति हे से उत्तम गति जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay,
Thank you.
Swati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I got logged off from the other ID. Can you please make this
Okay,
ID go?
sure, Mataji.
Yeah.
Just give me a second.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranams.
Dandavat pranams. Okay, Swati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams.
Shri Guru Mukha Padma. Sorry, Mataji.
Guru Mukha Padma.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chete Koriyo Aisha. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chete Koriyo Aisha. Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा. जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा. Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Very bold. Nirmala Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat pranams.
Dandavat pranams.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chete Koriya Aisha. Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Yei Se Uttama Gati. जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्वाशा. जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्वाशा. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we have Tilotama Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Dandavat pranams.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Koriya Aisha. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati से उत्तमा गति. श्री गुरु चरणे रति से उत्तमा गति. ते प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा. ते प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा.
Hari Bol.
Thank you so
Mataji.
much. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Padmaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat pranam Mataji.
Dandavat pranams, Mataji.
Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Koribo Aisha. Arana Koriho Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा. Is it
Hari
okay,
Bol. Thank
Mataji?
you, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Bhagavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Namaskar.
Hare Pranam, Mataji.
गुरुमुख पद्मावक्या चिते ते करिबो आज्ञा आरना करी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे गति ऐसे उत्तमा गति जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा.
Hari Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Rajalakshmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण. गुरुमुख पद्मवाक्या चिते ते कुरियाय क्या.
Arana.
यहाँ तक गए.
कोई बात नहीं. अच्छा, ट्यून बताना है. ट्यून. ओके. आरना कोरी.
अरे ना करियो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसादे पूरे.
जे प्रसादे पूरे.
अच्छा. जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Mataji. Thank you. Okay, Jugnu Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Hare Krishna.
गुरुमुख पद्मवाक्या चित्ते ते कुरिबो आज्ञा आरना करी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तमा गति जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्वाशा.
Hare Krishna.
हरे
Thank
कृष्ण
you.
माता जी.
Very nice. Okay. Okay, that's Kavita Mataji, no? Okay.
गुरुमुख पद्मवाक्या चिते ते करिबो आज्ञा आरना करिबो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे राति ते उत्तम गति दे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा.
Hari Bol. Mataji, थोड़ा सा ट्यून इधर उधर. We just have to focus a little bit there. Okay. Otherwise, very nice. Well tried, Mataji. So what I'll do is I'll sing these 3 paragraphs. I'll do the 3rd paragraph also, and then we can start again. You can keep your hands raised, whoever hasn't got a chance. I'll just sing these 3 paragraphs for reference, and the 3rd one also I will do, starting with the first. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Vando Mui Savadhan Mate. Vando Mui Savadhan Mate. प्रसादे हे भव तुरिया जहरम प्रसादे हे भव तुरिया कृष्ण प्राप्ति होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति होइते गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चितते कुरियाज्ञा गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्य चितते कुरियाज्ञा अरुणा कुरी हो मनि आशा अरुणा कुरी हो मनि आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो यही जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो यही जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशयते प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशयते वेद गाय हर चरिता वेद गाय हर चरिता Okay, Hare Krishna. So that was the third paragraph. Someone would like to try? Okay, Sukanya Mataji. Devotees who didn't get a chance earlier, they can raise their hands.
Chakshusandilo jai jai.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I will follow you, Mataji. It is difficult.
चक्षुदान दिलो ये जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुशांति Hare Krishna Mataji.
Wait, first I'll do the recitation also once. Chakshu दान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहार चरित. Okay, so चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
वेद गाय जहर चरिता
वेद गाय जहर चरिता.
Hari bol. Very nice, Mataji.
Hare,
Well tried.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Sudha Mataji.
Mataji, after you, and a little lower note.
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते
वेद गाय जहर चरिता
वेद गाय जहर चरिता
हरे कृष्ण
थैंक यू माता जी हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण ओके निर्मला माता जी
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होती अविद्या विनाश जाती वेद गाय जहाँ रस रीता वेद गाय जहाँ रस रीता
हरे बोल वेरी नाइस माता जी हरे कृष्ण ओके कार्तोकवल्ली माता जी
हरे कृष्णा दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी थैंक यू माता जी चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्म जन्य प्रभु सही दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रगुल कसितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जेते वेद गई जहाँ जड़ी तो मैं करेक्ट माता जी
इट्स करेक्ट माता जी वेरी नाइस हरे कृष्ण माता जी
थैंक यू माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम
ओके श्रीलेखा माता जी यू वुड लाइक टू ट्राई माता जी
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams Mataji. After you.
Okay. चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते
वेद गाय जहर चरिता
वेद गाय जहर चरिता
हरे बोल वेरी नाइस माता जी हरे कृष्ण वेरी नाइस ओके शालिग्राम प्रिया माता जी
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम
दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाए जहार चरितो वेद गाए जहार चरितो हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण वेरी नाइस माता जी ओके वेदे गाय दैट्स वेदे
ओके
वेरी नाइस हरे बोल ओके स्वाति माता जी
हरे कृष्ण माता जी चक्षुदान जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहाँ रचरितो। हरे कृष्ण माता जी धन्यवाद।
Hari Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Vijaya Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
माता जी फोर्थ लाइन चरितो की चरिता लास्ट वर्ड
Charito.
चरितो रिटर्न ना चरितो ओके। चक्षुदान दिलो चक्षुदान दिलो यही जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेद गाय जहाँ रचरितो।
It can actually, it is Charita. So, but when you speak it, it can be Charito. So that's how they do it. So it can be Charita also. Both are
वेद
fine.
गाय जहाँ रचरितो।
Both can be used. Okay. Okay. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Then let's pronounce. Okay. Vandita Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Then let's pronounce.
चक्षुदान दिलो ये जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशी जाते प्रेम भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशी जाते वेदे गाय जहाँ चरितो। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you. Okay. Meenal Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Then let's pronounce, Mataji.
चक्षुदान दिले जाए जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशे जाते वेद गाए जहाँ रचरितो। सॉरी माता जी वेद गाए जहाँ रचरितो
वेद गाय जहर चरितो
वेद गाए जहाँ रचरितो।
Hare Krishna. Nice, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Bol. Okay. Chitra Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Then pronounce, Mataji.
चक्षुदान दियो माता जी स्टार्टिंग।
चक्षुदान दिलो जे
चक्षुदान दिलो से जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से ये चक्षुदान दिलो से जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान तो प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान ये तो प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या हृदय जैसे प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश होते दिव्य ज्ञान चक्षुदीतो दिव्य ज्ञान जहाँ रसई को। थोड़ी मिस्टेक होगी माता जी।
अरे बोलने कोई बात नहीं। I think थोड़ा सा the line you saw the wrong line actually. That's Vede Gaya Jahara Charita. Hare Bol. It was nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. Rajeshwari Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्म 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 प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ रचरितो। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay.
माता जी
Janki Mataji. हाँ जी। जानकी Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम।
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो। हरे कृष्ण माता।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very well. Okay, Tilotama Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वे जहाँ चरितो। हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. Uma Mataji and
थैंक यू माता जी।
Hare Krishna. Yes,
हरे
Uma
कृष्णा।
Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
चक्षुधान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो। हरे कृष्ण माता
Hare
जी।
Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Shanti Mataji, you also wanted to try.
Yes, Mataji. May I try, Mataji? Yeah. Oh, Mataji, where are you? Yeah. चक्षुदान दिले जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिले जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जग होते अविद्या विनाश जते प्रेम भक्ति जग होते अविद्या विनाश जते वेदे गाय जहर चरितो वेदे गाय जहर चरितो। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Very nice, Mataji.
Mataji, I'll try.
Okay, Kavita Mataji. Yes, Mataji, try.
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहाँ चरितो।
Hare Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, yes, Bhagwati Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare Krishna.
चक्षुजान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो वेद गाय जहाँ चरितो।
Hare Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Okay, anyone has any doubt with any paragraph or anyone who wants to try some other paragraph, you can raise their hands.
Mataji, can I sing first paragraph?
First paragraph, yeah.
श्री गुरु चरण पद्म केवल बकटी सद्म श्री गुरु चरण पद्म केवल बकटी सद्म बंदो मुनि सावधान माते बंदो मुनि सावधान माते जहर जहर प्रस जहर प्रसादे
जहर प्रसादे
जहर प्रसादे भाई जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भाव तोरिया जे जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भाव तोरिया जे कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hari Bol. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Swati Mataji, we'll take you and then we will end the session for today. Okay? Yes, Mataji.
गुरु मुखा पद्मावक्या ते कोरियो ऐक्या आराना कोरियो माने आशा श्री गुरु चराने सती ऐसे वो समागति दे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा। Is it okay, Mataji?
Hari Bol. Very nice, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Okay, so with that, we end the session for today. And thank you everyone for joining in. And we'll meet again tomorrow, same time. Dandat Pranam.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna
much,
Mataji,
Mataji.
Dandat Pranam.
Dandavat pranam, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mataji.